What's going on with everybody? Good morning. I know it's been a while since I've been on, but why not today? Everything's good my way. Still waiting on some things to come in today or tomorrow. Got a couple things. Still waiting on the late birthday gifts coming around. But salute to everybody. And RIP to Kobe Bean Bryant. He would have been 44 today. I ain't doing nothing. Just chilling. We're gonna see what last we're gonna have today. What fun we're gonna have today. Hit the like button, man. We just gonna have fun, man, today. But look, it's just a good day. I've been up early. I'm currently about to get everything jumping off up in here so we can have fun, kick it today, talk about whatever. Give us some of the greatest Kobe moments that we have, man. There's so many of them I could just think about. You know, that man never got his respect when he got his respect to a certain extent, but the media never gave him the utmost respect, you know, and we know what that man really did for the game. So, and all the ones that really, I know people couldn't stand that dude, but they always respected him, you know, so it just is what it is, man. Sitting here about to get medication started here. Have some puff give around here. But yeah, college football start this weekend. I'm very excited about that. You know, you got the NFL preseason. I don't get into the NFL preseason and stuff, so. Oh yeah, here we go. It's gonna stink up the whole room for about an hour here. Then, you know, you got baseball. You know, you got all that stuff going on. So it's gonna be really exciting time in sports if you're a sports fan. Because one thing I like about college football, when college football comes around, and not too much longer, we're gonna have college basketball. Then we're gonna have the NBA. Then you're gonna have hockey again. Then you're gonna have the hunt for October. So the next couple months it's gonna be a crazy if you're a fan. Hold on, I'm trying to do something right here. Yes. Okay. I'm sorry it didn't come on long. It took a while. My laptop had to reboot itself, and I got to re-sign in a whole bunch of stuff. I was on a few things I got to sign myself back into. Okay, dang. Here we go. Okay. Now YouTube is not letting me sign in. This is crazy. They won't let me get into StreamYard, but I've been literally trying to get into YouTube like all day and all morning long. I've been trying to sign in, and they have not let me sign in. So it's gonna got me on through StreamYard, and it's pissing me off. Okay, let me just start it all over again. Let's see what's up. Okay. I'll drop the link though. See what's good, everybody. Peace and love to everybody, man. I'll just drop it to StreamYard too, until they let me up in this piece. This shit's crazy though. But yeah, but salute to everybody that's in the chat, man. What's going on, man? I'm just trying to fix this YouTube issue here. Okay, now they want to let me in. Okay. They still don't show me live, though. Okay. Alright, we good. We good now. We good. But what's good, though, with everybody, though, man? What's up, Brad? What's up, Why Me? What's good, my boy? My G, what's good? What's up, She? I've been seeing some crazy stuff, watching videos, watching people just doing stupid stuff, man. Just doing doing stupid stuff. It's just like everybody always want to have a camera out. Everybody hard when they got it in their hand, and then you go out looking for trouble. You gonna get what you're looking for. And some of y'all people, man, you know what I'm saying? One thing I don't understand, why y'all do that? It's just entertainment to me, man. Y'all be doing some crazy behind stuff. Some of the stuff I be seeing, I be thinking some of the stuff it looks too good to be real or true. It could be people acting, portraying stuff, you know, just to get a bunch of views and everything like that. Hey, I'm sorry, I don't be on here like that. It's the summertime, you know. But this coming year, we definitely gonna be doing the college basketball year. We definitely gonna be doing the um, NBA as well. I'm been doing a lot of rookie games and all this other stuff. So I'm just waiting on 2K to just go ahead and just drop their thing, because I just want the league pass. And then college gonna be nice this year. You got the men, you got the women, you got South Carolina. All they do is just rebuild. And then, you know, Stanford gonna be there. Louisville we're gonna see what NC State gonna be. North Carolina girls. You know, the West Coast girls, Stanford. And you got Arizona, Oregon, and Oregon State. When I first came out here, they was in the top 5, top 10. Like the first 4 years when I was out here, then I lost everybody. You know what I mean, to graduation and stuff like that. So, and then you know the Pac-12, you got UCLA, and you got USC gonna be going to the Big Ten. So you got all these rookies, man. You got Paulo. Then you got. It's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be a very interesting season, man. Then you got the Rockets. I think who got the steal. I think they got the steal of the draft by getting that boy Eason, man, who went to LSU. It's gonna be very interesting. I don't care about the Kyrie and the KD situation. When they break the news that they got traded, oh well, I'm still ain't gonna be talking about it. It's gonna be like about time. At the end of the day, the Warriors are still the champions, man. The Warriors are still a good champion, man. They the champs till somebody knock them off their horse. Steph Curry ain't getting his respect or anything like that, man. It comes with the territory, man. The media loves you, then you got the media that don't love you. If they don't love you, you already know. You bottom of the barrel. They paint narratives on you. And you got dumb behind people believe everything that they say about these people and stuff like that. Everybody shows their hand. Everybody shows their hand. We're gonna see if the homies is around so we get this thing started. Just waiting on the brothers to come in here. Charging up my phone so I know, so I won't hear that echo. Salute again to everybody though, man. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this gets gonna get in. It's time some puff give going on around here. But let me see what's going on though. Hold on, I hear that echo shit. Yo.
What up, bro?
What up? What up? Tops in the morning.
Hell yeah, top, bro.
Tops. R.I.P. to that boy Bean, man. He would have been 44, man. The day.
You already know. Good old Virgo, man.
Mm-hmm.
What you got going on? Blowing some of that funky stuff?
I'm about to. I'm about to go in the refrigerator and go in the freezer and get my wrap. Hold on.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I can still hear you when I'm in the kitchen. I got my.
Look, man,
I got my.
I'm telling you this because I know it's one of the movies. Like, it's about the movie. It ain't about this show. Man, this fucking light skinned girl that this nigga Blueface, that rapper nigga, go with. Man, I'm chilling over here with this broad, watching this shit called Baddies. Her little ass got the bounty hunters looking for her, trying to arrest her. They arrest her ass on this show. Why they start playing that Set It Off music, nigga? Talking about day after day. I start dying. I was like, they wrong for this. Man, making her walk, putting the whole TV show in slow motion, playing that sad ass Jada Pinkett, that Queen Latifah, I'm about to die music. I said, and she got her hair, and the girl had her hair in French braids, nigga. I was like, they wrong for this.
Oh, and it was in French braids too. Oh, they out of pocket for that, bro.
They wrong because, hey, she a little thug ass broad. You feel me? She always fighting though.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
she once she get arrested, they got her on the ground, nigga, out here, the real bounty hunter U.S. Marshals, nigga, and they just start playing that. I said they done made publicity off of this girl real life struggles, like going to jail up here playing with this shit, playing this. I would have sued their ass. If I was on that show, I'm like, I don't like the way y'all made me look right there, like all that playing music and shit. This shit for real. That shit was funny as fuck, bro. I said I'm finna start watching this shit. That shit was funny right there.
I don't be getting into all that, man. But I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah, that shit was just funny to me, man. I just like, cause look, that's like we in the car and the nigga talking about going to do something, and then the nigga said, "Oh man, you can just drop me off," and then all of a sudden nigga start playing that Boys in the Hood music.
No, nigga, fuck that, nigga. We get the fuck out the car, right? You gonna let me the fuck out?
Hey, look. Who asking?
Playing that song.
Who asking? Once you stop at the next light, nigga, I'm hopping out. I ain't feeling it no more. I was juiced up. We should have got to these niggas when I was juiced up. We've been riding around for an hour, nigga. It done left me. That's like your wife trying to wake you up, trying to get you some, and when you was trying to give it to her the night before, she didn't want to, then she want to wake you up. You ain't all into, you ain't nothing into. You like, girl, get off me. The thrill is gone. Hey, in the words of B.B. King, the thrill is gone. The words of B.B. King, the thrill is gone, man. On the real. The one thing I love about that movie, though, is that nigga had my name in that movie. I be fucking with my son, my junior. I be telling him, "Oh yeah, Trey, you gonna learn." Oh, you gonna learn.
Oh man, I can imagine you doing that shit too.
I love doing that shit. He ain't gonna know what it is once he really get old enough to where he can. No, I'm gonna put that movie on his ass. He gonna look at me once they say, "Yeah, you heard your name, huh?"
Hey,
oh yeah, Trey, you gonna learn.
There's this one name that cracks me up because the only time I thought I actually was going to be a father, this chick named her son Tobias, right? So, this was back in like, this was like, yeah, around like 17, 18, right in there. Cause yeah, but anyway, she named it Tobias. It was posted up on Facebook and stuff like that, and that's why I'm not on that shit. You know, I understand people, man. That you know, that baby looked just like the baby was just born, my nigga. Like it was just born. like y'all just coming off the like the homie Spiffy be saying, coming off the top rope from no parachute. But DNA don't lie. I'm not a dummy in the state. So I was already out here at the time. Matter of fact, I was in Seattle. No, I wasn't in Seattle. I was in Tacoma. I was with my childhood friends and shit. I was like, man, I gotta go back and it's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? Because I was with the chick. I ain't one of them kind of dudes be like, yeah, I was with this girl and all of a sudden I'm pregnant. Like, oh, okay.
And plus, at the end of the day, a nigga just don't want to be no bum ass nigga. Gotta see right out here. Nigga want to be involved. That's it.
Oh, right.
I ain't gotta be with your ass.
That's why I told her when I went back. But anyway, we lasted. I didn't stay there I didn't stay there not too long. I think it was about 3 weeks. I ended up dipping out and everything, and she was like, "This is your kid." I'm like, "Yep." I'm like, I'm gonna do everything I was supposed to do right now. But once that DNA test come out, I never forget it, bro. It was a day after my birthday. My homie Pearl, she came and picked me up and took me, man. No, I kicked it with her that night. Her and her homies, man, they got me so fucked up. We was over there playing Mortal Kombat. Playing I think it was 2K. That was back then when NBA Live was still okay at the time. You know what I'm saying? Niggas still fucking with Live.
2K didn't just have it. 2K didn't have it by itself.
Right. Niggas just playing Live because that's all we grew up. That's all we knew was NBA Live back then. Shoot, man, I was playing Arch Rivals last night, my nigga. Knocking niggas, my nigga with the fro, my nigga, my dude with the mohawk, the black dude. That's my favorite character on there. He be punching the shit out of motherfuckers on there. But I ended up got that DNA test, bro. I took the DNA test that morning, and the lady looked at me. She was like, "What you here for?" I was like, "Take a DNA test." And she kept on looking at me. She's like, "I know you from somewhere." I was like, "You probably see me. Only way you see me is if you go to church." And she was like, "Yep, I go to such. I was like, "Yep, that's where you know me from." So what you here for? I was like, "Take a DNA test. I just want to know this child is mine." She looked at me. "So you think it is?" I was like, "I ain't gonna say no," and end up feeling dumb. So I was like, "I'm just gonna be neutral." I was like, "I don't know." So I took it, and then a month later, bro, I got the results back, bro. I got off work. I got off that shit was in the mailbox. I wasn't a child. You know, she ain't never apologized to me, never said anything to me about that since then, bro. Ever since that happened, she ain't never apologized or nothing. I ain't never said nothing to her about it. I was just like, hey, it is what it is. You know, now I could go on with my life. And then it took me, from that time to get out here, I say it took me about 3 years to get back out here. I ended up coming back out here to the West. When I was out here the first time, I was doing good, but I didn't want to have that doubt in the back of my mind that this child is mine and I'm all, no, man, I ain't no bum. Because my dad didn't raise no bum. Well, I know it's August 23rd, but I know Kobe's birthday is August 23rd, but I just went on doing it for him today because I know that I ain't gonna be doing no stream on his birthday. 'Cause I'm gonna be busy tomorrow. So I know when the Bean's birthday is. We're the same age. The Same exact age, 44.
Hey man, I don't care what nobody say. Like, other than like, I thought like I ain't gonna lie, I thought the saddest thing like it was like a little damper in my basketball spirit when he retired. But boy, that's probably the saddest day in basketball like history, like for basketball fans and players. That's like the worst day I could think of. Like what happened like on some basketball, like to a bat, like that's the worst. Kobe.
Right.
Boy, I just think about how you really don't never know. When we was watching Kobe all these years, even whenever, however his day come, we did not think that that man last day will be like that in a fucking helicopter.
And it's crazy because I seen it in a cartoon and everything. They were trying to joke. And it was like, Kobe, give me your MVP, give me your MVP, your championship ring, your championships, and and I help you, and when I seen that, I was like, something ain't right with that. Something ain't right with that.
I don't. That shit just sad, man. That's just a sad moment, man. I woke up that morning, man. That shit felt like with Michael Jackson, nigga. I ain't even gonna lie. Like for people, I understand. Like when it's somebody from your generation, you growing up, that shit different, man. When you a child growing up with a motherfucker, and you see like they have a big impact on shit you probably want to do or you just like to see. Man, I woke up, that shit, Tupac, Michael Jackson, Kobe Bryant, nigga, that shit affected me.
Hey,
like,
I could tell you every moment it was where I was at. When Pop died, I was in Job Corps in Manhattan, Kansas, and we was chilling up at 3 Men's because it was on the weekend. It was a Friday night, so we could be able to stay up and everything. And shout out to the homies that all the OGs that taught us at the time, man. That taught me at the time. Mr. Hall, Miss Fine, Miss Beautiful, Miss Griffin, and I used to tell my homies, Trey. Oh, T Price, man. Miss Griffin fine as hell, bro. I'm like, yeah, I know her husband. No, you don't. Like, dude, I grew up out here, man. She married to a soldier, man. And he's a cool ass nigga. And trust me, you don't want to fuck with this nigga, bro. I'm gonna shoot my shot anyway, bro. Shoot my shot, man. That nigga came up there one day, bro. Just came up there on some humbug shit, bro. And he was out there. He was like, and then Miss Griffin, she immediately called me. I was in the culinary arts. I was in culinary, and my culinary instructor was like, "You got to go to go see Miss Griffin and Mr. Hall." And everybody was looking at me like, "Ooh, you in trouble? You got to see Miss Griffin and Mr. Hall." Like, nigga, I ain't did nothing. I'm on every single. When I was at Job Corps, I was on Durham government. I was letting niggas off on some shit, but I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna let you slide right here, but at the same time, man, you gotta show like you want to do something with your life, man." You feel what I'm saying? I was living what I was preaching about when I was down there. You know what I'm saying? Because when I was first got in Job Corps, the first 2 weeks, they immediately put me in the Big Brothers and Big Sister program. I'm like, what the hell? I was like, I'm like, what's this? They was like, man, you just good with people and you good at talking to people and everything like that. So all the homies used to try to use me to talk to this girl and this girl. I was like, dude, shoot your shot, man. I ain't gonna be sitting there hooking you up all the goddamn time. I ain't never talked to them.
I'm gonna go over there and get that goddamn girl number myself.
And back then, when I was a Job Corps, man, we didn't even have cell phones and shit like that. Nobody had cell phones. You know, nobody had walkie. You couldn't have your beepers and none of that shit. I know cats that did, but only way you had your shit is when you went home on weekend passes and shit. Then that's when you could get your beeper out and all that shit. But while you up on that government property, you ain't having none of that shit. And none of the homies at that time, they wasn't trying to hide that shit or anything like that. Man, I had so much fun there. But anyway, he came up there to the Job Corps, right? So he was like, hey. And all the homies was in there trying to talk to her and shit like that. And he came up in there, and they didn't even know who he was. So they continued to shoot a shot and everything like that. And then, if I didn't walk in there, he would have jacked one of my homies up, man. He was like, man, you better thank T. Price, man, that I didn't put my hands on you, young man, because you totally disrespected me right now. Because this is my wife. And I know T. Price told you that she was married to a soldier. I play basketball too, and I heard you could play ball. Let's go to the court. And T. Price, you on my team. I was like, y'all niggas gonna lose, cause y'all niggas couldn't beat my squad. They used to get mad. We want T. Price this time. Like, no, I'm on the soldier team. We about to bust your ass. And that's what we did, man. Shout out to the homies, man. That shit was funny as hell. They tried to kept on shooting their shot, and that woman's husband right there standing there looking at them niggas. And them niggas, my boys was from Kansas City. They was from Wyandotte County. So they moved differently than the Missouri cats. Really lazy. G Shaw.
What's good, bro? I'm about to tap back in a second.
Yeah. My daddy from that area and shit. You know, he was born in Oklahoma, Tuskegee, Oklahoma, and then they moved to Kansas City, Kansas.
Yeah, Wyandotte. Shout out to the dot. Kansas City is like, if you take Highway 40, you're in Lawrence, you be in Kansas City in 20 minutes.
I went out there when I was young, going out there to see my pop's family and shit that's out there, man. When I was young, well, I was so goddamn scared, nigga, of the tornadoes. That's all that was on my mind.
Yeah, I remember, man. Growing up, man, we used to see them form for miles away in Milford Lake. Once they just fuck them sirens, cause you remember back in the day, everybody knew that the Midwest gonna have them tornadoes.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was their season. Like how LA got wildfire, they got tornadoes. Right. Well, hey, I'm telling you, look, but this is the crazy thing. And it's real. If you born in an area, that shit not scary to you as much like that.
Yeah, I'm about to go to my phone. Hold up, bro. I ain't know. I was sitting here talking to y'all, nigga, talking to you, man, about shit. And you know, I rolled up like 3 blunts. Like, damn, I rolled up 3 blunts. I thought I'd just roll one. That's for later on, I guess.
Man, sometimes it's like that, man. That's like that road trip shit. Nigga roll up about 5-6 blunts. Nigga,
hey, I'm off 2 days in a row too, so that my mind is like, I ain't had back-to-back days off, like, especially like in a while, man. Kenobi, my off days always be Thursdays or Sundays. That's what I'm doing. Unless, like I said, I got 3 weeks until so I get that NBA league pass.
Boy, I think we about to be on like shit this season, boy. Them Niners, I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I'm a little excited, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I got that Steve Young, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice juice, Terrell Owens juice back. Ricky Michaels juice going through that shit coming back to me. I feel something. It may happen for us this year. I see a few cracks in some teams.
I don't watch that. Y'all just keep me. Keep me verified. I'm ready for college football. College football. That's what I'm waiting for.
If you was to ask me,
yes, sir.
Who is if you was to ask in the NFC at least, you already know what to expect from some teams. But if you were to ask me who improved and who is like the best overall team balance, and it ain't because I'm a fan, I'm serious. The 49ers.
Mm-hmm. All right, it's time for some puff gear. Let me switch up.
We better not get that shit up. You better just puff.
Oh, no, I'm in the house. You know, I can't blaze in the house, bro. I got to go outside, bro, because, you know, I missed the first year I was in this bitch. You know, man, me. You remember the streets I used to be in the house, man? You just be me and you be on this bud. We used to be on here blowed as a bitch, talk about the games and shit. Blow as fuck.
And that was those all the way till 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. That's that. And that's that South shit, man. That's that. That's what I like about that Swisher House shit. I grew up on that shit. I remember when I was in high school listening to that shit when that first came out and shit. Niggas was looking at me like, who the fuck is that? I'm like, you don't know nothing about that, man? Like, I don't know. And then finally some people came up there from Houston that went to school. Was like, you know about this? I'm like, yeah. Like, that shit's dope. I like that shit. It's different. You know what I'm saying? I listen to everything. You know what I'm saying? I listen to the East Coast. I listen to my boy. I listen to my nigga Styles P. I listen to Joe Budden. Some of his shit that I like. I like all these artists. Of course, I fuck with Jada Kiss. Fuck with Nas. But majority of the cats I really do listen to. You like lyrical niggas. You like lyrical niggas. But majority of the niggas I do listen to, even females, they not mainstream. They underground artists. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Jet Life, all the Spitter artists, even his female artists. I was listening to Rap a Lot. I fuss with Rap a Lot. And rest in peace, Vicious. R.I.P. to Vicious. Cause he's a nigga when Kobe was doing his thing. You can look it up. He said, I ball like Kobe. Cause I hold a pistol up on me. R.I.P. man, that man died, man, doing time, man. They say he had cancer, man. He died was doing some time, man. But Vicious was that nigga. R.I.P. to Vicious, man. It's already been 2 years, almost 2 years since he been gone too. Lake Charles, Louisiana, finest. Now I can't even find, cause you remember all them little guests I used to have when I very first started? It's locked up in a file. I could look at it, but still won't let me upload to this shit. Then they told me I gotta get it. Oh no, man. YouTube is on some BS, man. So if y'all wanna get me out there and everything like that, man, you gotta hit that like button, share, and subscribe that shit. I'm gonna put that on the screen. It's time for some puff give. I know Trey already ahead of me, man. My fault, bro. I was waiting on you too. Big Worm, where you at, Big Worm? Shout out to my boy, Big Worm.
I got another one in the Key.
Yeah, let me. Oh yeah, I gotta send a couple of more too. Shout out to my boy Greenleaf. I know he's on. Shout out to my boy Showtime. And the boy Ticket. Shout out to Too Raw for TV, Too Raw for Sports. My boy Hearn. What's up, Moz? AKA Twin. What's up, homie? My OG Vaughn was good. Oh, and my boy Jacob Jennings was good. My boy LB, man, drop that shit. And my boy, know the boy, man, James, man, salute to the homie as well, man. And to the homie Alex, my boy Just Blaze, that boy C Hill, that nigga Sean, that boy D-Rob, even the ladies, LeBron is Glow, Aries, Gigi, Anna K. Even though she been missing on the milk carton forever, I'm still gonna keep her on the milk carton.
Hey, bro, Kobe could have easily had more defensive first teams, bro, or defensive. You know what I'm saying?
He got more than these niggas that they said that's better than him.
Yeah, he got a lot more than a lot of them niggas. For real.
That's what I don't understand about this shit, bro. Like how this is talking about. He like, dude, y'all talking about offensively. when Kobe come on the court, nigga, it was a problem, nigga. I didn't get that. I knew cats that couldn't stand Kobe Bryant. They used to be like, dude, but they say you can hate him or love him. That nigga is a bad motherfucker. Just like Jordan.
All rookies.
They like to use that Shaq shit too much for me, man. I'm tired of that. They like
all
to use
rookies,
that Shaq
second
shit.
team and a dunk contest champion, and the nigga they talking about be the greatest nigga was scared to even participate. Come on, bro, stop.
Look, they use that Shaq shit against Kobe, and he knew it, and he already called them out on it. But y'all gotta understand something. This is what I don't like. Shaq had Penny, and we all thought for a moment before it ever was a Kobe, we was like, oh shit, Penny next, nigga. Penny got that Mike juice in him, low key. Like everybody thought that, and especially when they put Mike out, nigga, like, oh shit, nigga, Penny made.
Hey, on some real shit though. Let me just clarify some shit. On some real shit though, Penny was that nigga, bro. Penny was that nigga, bro.
It's a point. Look, it's a point to how I'm breaking it down.
At that time, he was that nigga.
This is what I'm saying. It's a point though. Penny and Shaq couldn't do it with Penny. Shaq couldn't do it with Penny, and everybody thought Penny was like the second best nigga at that time. You didn't get it done. Stop saying Kobe needed Shaq, because Shaq needed Kobe just as much as Kobe needed Shaq. That's what y'all keep failing to realize. Everybody that Shaq had before that, he couldn't get it done. It took a Kobe.
Hey, and guess what, Trayvon, to your point, look what he did when Shaq first came to the Lakers, bro. Eddie Jones and them niggas was ballers.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why that nigga couldn't step the court.
You didn't get it done with Eddie Jones and Nick Van Exel and all that squad. And that was the spot you couldn't get. And look, it wasn't even about beating Jordan. Nigga, you couldn't get past Karl Malone and John Stockton, nigga. Right. And then Kobe came, y'all still had problems with him. Phil came and gave y'all the recipe, nigga. And then it matched up because you got a nigga that's Mike Light. That's
Dale
why
Harris
it worked.
was on bullshit. When they
this is
Kobe, you know he didn't play Kobe.
This is the thing though too. This is what catches my eye too, and I'm about to go outside and blaze. You know, man, I'm about to put this on speaker because it won't let me Bluetooth my phone through my speakers. It don't let me do it on my laptop. But this is what I tell people, man. This is why I don't compare people. I don't compare, and y'all know me for, you know, Trey. I know real easy. You just got on here, but Trey, you already know I've been the same nigga. I don't like compare players for this specific reason. I don't compare LeBron to Kobe because they played two different positions. That just sounds stupid to me because different responsibilities and all this other stuff. But they did have the same responsibility of carrying a team. I get all that, but I don't do that because of position. Kobe was a 2-guard. He could have played the 3. A lot of people don't understand when he did make the starting lineup, it was Nick Van Exel, it was Eddie Jones, it was Kobe Bryant, it was Shaq at the who was the 4? Was it Elder Campbell or Elder Campbell? Shout out to Elder Campbell too, man. Hey, I remember because back then it was a lake show, bro, and they just couldn't look.
And look, now if you wanted to say back then, that was like a low key baby super team, because Kobe wasn't just. Cause look, Kobe wasn't Kobe, but he was like that up and comer. Everybody had their eye on him, and then you got Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel, and Shaq, and all 4 of them niggas made the All-Star game. But look,
I ain't gonna lie.
But look,
I'm mad that Eddie Jones got traded though. I ain't gonna lie.
Look,
I thought him and Shaq. I thought not him and Shaq. I thought him and Kobe could. I see what you say. Why you don't? I forgot. Yeah, they did have Cesar Jabalos. I forgot about that.
The reason why I'm not mad is because it was something that wasn't matching. See what it was when you got. It's kind of like the Russ and LeBron thing. Like when two players need the same areas, Eddie Jones and Kobe play the same areas. They want the ball around the same time. They want to do the kind of same things. So you can't be on the floor with me because when I want to go, you want to go. That's not where
That's true.
I'm a one-on-one player and you a one-on-one player. So I don't need, these two niggas are scorers. So when they on the court with each other, they're not thinking about passing the ball to each other for damn sure. If Shaq ain't on the court, I'm gone.
They're 3.
So he had to go because it was a dilemma between who's going to be that full shooting guard, and they made their decision.
And to be honest, Kobe kind of deboed his way into the whole shit, bro. His first day at camp, he was only, 17, 18? His first day at camp, he told niggas that ain't nobody in here punking me. He told everybody that he didn't even know none of them niggas, bro.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you where that come from. I'm gonna tell you what shit like that. I'm gonna tell you what shit like that come from. For one, it comes from wanting to prove yourself, right? And then it also comes from what you hear. We have to be honest on that. When you hear something about certain people or certain areas, you're going in there prepared to think that you have to be a certain way. Because a little bit of that got him rubbed the wrong, like it rubbed people the wrong way, how he came in. But when you hearing stories about, man, niggas be up in there like this, niggas be in there like that, you're trying to figure out how you need to come in off of other niggas' stories, though, instead of your own experience.
Right.
So that's what you got to think. He told you when he was young, he's asking Philadelphia 76ers this, and they telling him that, and he like, man, you don't know me, man. Watch me, and they laughing like, boy, look at this young ass nigga. Like they know they sucking him in to shit talking. They sucking him in and you see as Kobe got older, when Kobe got older, they couldn't suck him into saying nothing. They could be like, oh, what you think about LeBron? When they ask that dumbass question, when he's winning the championship, Bron's scoring crazy points, right? And he said, they asked him, what you think about LeBron's 40 or something, or 30, something straight, like in back-to-back dog game. And Kobe said, I could do that, but I'm trying to win championship. That's simple. Like, it's like back the old young Kobe would have tried to prove himself on that shit and came and switched his whole goddamn strategy and shit, try to see, that's the difference. Like, in him, people don't go off the growth. Kobe start trusting his teammates to where he didn't try to take over the game from the first quarter. He'll wait to the third. That's what I seen. Kobe get Paul, everybody start getting everybody involved. Get your money, get your buckets. First, second quarter, get it. Let me get y'all in the rhythm. Because third and fourth quarter, y'all already know the beam coming out.
But you guess what, bro?
What's up, Ron? Time? What's good, man?
Understand the one thing that separated Kobe,
I know the
bro,
Cats got my number and stuff like that. I sent the link to y'all. Y'all busy.
He probably worked himself too hard too, though. I think Kobe worked his body too hard because it backfired a little bit. Like the hard training that he did, I'm saying. Like after basketball, look, Kobe, more than likely you got to think at that time before LeBron
16 hours out of a day.
And this the thing, at that time, Kobe, you were playing long. Like you were going all the way to the finals for a long time, like boom, boom. So basketball, you wasn't really getting as much as a long break as everybody else. And then right after you win a championship, motherfucker talking about Kobe back in the gym. What? Damn, nigga, he ain't popped his toe. He ain't did nothing.
But hey, another thing, Trey, Kobe was so different, bro, because he was really, when we say student in the game, bro, we use that as like cliche, right? Well, he was really a student in the game. I'm talking about he can break down Bob Cousy game, Joe Dumars, Larry Bird. He took something from every one of those old school players. He went back and watched film. He was in the film room.
He was one of the last of the Mohicans. Yeah, he was one of the last of the Mohicans. Like that's why them older players, they talk so highly of him. You don't really hear no older player shit on Kobe name. Like really, like you don't hear him showing the name because he paid homage to them. Like, you know what I mean? He went to those dudes. He never, and if you asked him, even I remember one time they asked him, and he won about 3 rings already. They asked him, is he better than a few of those Oscar? He said, oh man, I got a long way to, like, even if he didn't really believe it, it's the respect he got for them.
Exactly.
He like, man, I ain't gonna do that to them because they were who they was, like in their generation, and I don't want to demeanor who came before me. So he just was like, man, I got a long way to go, man, before they legends. That's how he just cut it off. Fuck the ring thing. They are legends. So I have a long way to go before I'm in front of them.
Right. And you as an athlete, we know this, you're never supposed to declare yourself as the greatest in the world because that's subjective and that's for other people to give you that title. You just go out there and be the best you can be every given night until you retire, bro. And we let the chips fall where they may. You feel me?
What I don't like is it's no more proving yourself, period. And it ain't just about LeBron. Right. It's no more proving yourself. Right now, look, a nigga can come in right now, bro, and have the best. Look, Ja Morant, right? I love this kid. But he can come out. He can come out right now and have the best season, like even better than what he been doing, like have a real stupid season and probably win MVP. Or Luka. Anyone this time, they ain't been in the league this long. They will say, I never seen no one like this. This is unbelievable. This guy is the great, like he can possibly be better than KG, Kobe Bryant, whoop-de-whoop. And it's like, y'all never did this to all of those players that y'all saying they can be better than. Y'all never pumped them niggas up like that. Right. When those niggas came in the league, y'all wasn't saying he could be better than Magic Johnson. He could be better than Larry Bird. Y'all wasn't saying none of this shit. But now all of a sudden, they
in the title, bro. I'm like, nigga, what?
That's what I'm saying. Now all of a sudden, y'all pump a nigga up, and he only did this shit 2 seasons. He ain't did this shit 10 seasons like the niggas y'all saying he better than. Like, and I'm talking about, it's really about consistency in any sport. It ain't about being the best every year, but it's about being consistently in that top 5, that top 3 every year, every fucking year. That's your way to legendary.
Yeah.
Hey, I just want to get this off. Salute to everybody.
When he first came out.
I just want to get this off. Salute to everybody, man. We just chopping it up, man. And if I know your name and everything like that, I already rinse you up. Like if I send you in the comments and stuff like that, I rinse you up. We don't block people over here unless you be on some stupid, disrespectful stuff, man. You gotta respect the game, respect the legends. And things around town for that information too. They got they traded Glenn Rice for Eddie Jones.
They traded Glenn Rice.
Eddie Jones? You mean they traded Eddie Jones for Glenn Rice?
Right, that's what I'm saying. He said we got Glenn Rice for Eddie, which we did at that time. I remember right. Yeah.
Hold on. You mean the Lakers traded Eddie Jones to the Heat and Glenn Rice?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I thought Glenn Rice was a little older when he came to the Lakers.
I thought he was with the Hornets.
Yeah.
He was with the Hornets, but it was we got to look back at the deal.
It was like a 3-way trade, like a 3-way team trade, huh?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Rod Todd, Rod, shout out to Rod.
I know we end up getting Rick Fox, and he was with Boston.
Yeah, Rick Fox. Yeah, and
and Robert Ory, he was coming from Houston.
And this is the thing about all these players that y'all mentioned. I watched them all play in college. Robert Ory was at Alabama, and who you just say before then?
Rick Fox.
Yeah, he played at Carolina. He was at Carolina. He went to Carolina.
Hey, look. I love me some Robert Ory. I ain't gonna lie. I love me some Robert Ory, nigga. I love me some Robert Ory.
I'm just doing this stream. It's not Kobe's birthday today. His birthday is actually tomorrow. I'm not gonna be online tomorrow, even though I am gonna be off. I'm just getting my stream off because I ain't been on since my birthday weekend. Yeah. But hey, though, Elise, though, man, how was your birthday weekend, though, man? How was your birthday weekend? Was cool, I know our days right after each other.
Yeah, right after each other, bro. Mm-hmm. It was cool. I just was chilling, bro. I went to Aisha Curry restaurant, me and the wifey, and then we went to a little bar in Oakland. You know what I'm saying? That was it. And we just was chilling.
Yeah, I didn't do too much. I still ain't really done anything like per se, like get what I want to get kind of stuff because life, but I am because I already got the list down. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna start working on the baseball. First thing I was gonna get was a Deion Sanders, and I got the Hank Aaron when they played with the Braves.
Mention that.
I'll get the 44 and the 24.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one. Then I'm gonna work on the Ken Griffey and get me a couple of Barry Bonds and a couple of Ken Griffey. I got to get
you a motherfucking Ken Griffey senior jersey.
I'm gonna get both of them
for Cincinnati. That's
That mug is filthy. That old school. Oh man, that's why I like the jersey. Man, I'm a big time jersey like collector.
Yeah, I know.
Niggas niggas be sleeping on that King Grifter, the King Grifter.
King Griffey was.
They be, hey, that nigga was like, that nigga King Griffey took the baseball league by storm, nigga. If it wasn't for them fucking hell, if that nigga didn't go so hard on them fucking walls and running into them motherfuckers and jumping and diving, bro. Hey, he would have had them records. And look, quiet as kept. Nobody was saying nothing, right? Because that's my favorite baseball player. When Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa was hitting them home runs, he was right there. He just stopped in the 50s somewhere. He was right there.
Yeah.
Hey,
and he wasn't using, and he didn't use shit. Never in his career.
Yeah. And then shout out to Two Raw because he did a video earlier today. It's early today to us because we all three of us is in the West Coast. But he did a video earlier about the best time in sports. You know, so he said 1998. Cause y'all remember in 1998, Ken Griffey was in the he had like 56 home runs, and you had Mark
Sammy
Sosa,
Sosa,
and you had Sammy Sosa just came out of nowhere and started doing his thing though too, ended up blowing the shit out the water and shit. Cause that was then, cause that's one thing I missed about the 90s. That's what I love about 90s. Even
I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie. Those dudes, even though they sacrificed, they probably sacrificed their Hall of Fame, bro. But I'm gonna say this, and baseball know it, bro. And I know I'm not saying it's good, but I believe that baseball was in on it, and y'all know y'all was, and I know y'all gotta act like y'all wasn't. But put them dudes in the Hall of Fame because they saved baseball with that shit.
Yeah, they did.
You had niggas that was in the streets gang banging, whatever they doing, slanging. They was paying attention to this home run shit.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give out a couple of names that I used to like growing up. Shout out to that boy Fred McGriff, who should be in the Hall of Fame, by the way. Gary Sheffield.
Yeah, you know what that was with Gary Sheffield. He wasn't that showboat nigga. He didn't dance for nobody. He kept it real. They fucked him over in New York.
And he's the believer of the Most High too. A lot of people don't know about that too. He's really he is a stern believer of the man upstairs. And
let's be real. The reason why Barry Bonds, y'all, is they on him so hard. And this is my belief. To me, it ain't saying this fact. Ain't nobody gonna come out and admit it. But I believe since he's a black man holding the record, they don't want to acknowledge it, so they're gonna punish his ass.
Of course.
They was cool. When they knew Mark McGwire used that shit, why he still had his record up there for the most home runs?
Mm-hmm. Come on,
they didn't take that shit down. They acknowledged that shit.
Jose Canseco, I remember watching them in the 80s and watching them in the 80s. And
Jose Canseco a snitch. That nigga a little snitch, and he a little snitch bitch because you mad. You using steroids and Mark them but you mad because your career ain't going like theirs though with the steroids. So you start snitching and shit.
And the recognition that Mark.
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah. See, they on better teams. You hitting home runs just like them, but they teams winning and yours losing, so you ain't getting recognized. So you got jealous, so you like fucking and snitch. That's some punk shit, man.
Yeah.
Because when you and Mark was on the same team using them, you ain't snitch. Y'all was called the slugging boys or some shit.
That was the Bash
Brothers. The Bash Brothers, nigga. Shit, going somewhere with that shit.
Hey, that's one thing I love about Oakland. They always had the nicknames, though, man. Even when they picked them on their basketball team, that's real shit.
What if them niggas? Hey, could you imagine if those niggas was like at the same generation? Like, man, you got the Bash Brothers, you got the Splash Brothers.
Oh my god, bro! Hey, this shit right here, nigga, they would have turned this shit in Vegas out here, nigga. I guarantee it.
Boy, they would have turned that shit out. Boy, would have been so many. They would have had the splash. They would have made sure they made Mark McGwire and Jose Canseco go to a Warriors game, and they would have made Clay and Steph go to a Oakland A's game.
Oh, for
just
sure.
So they can. just so they can put that shit together like that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even happen because them niggas wasn't even born yet. Probably
right. Them niggas wasn't even thought of. Right?
Hell no, them niggas wasn't. Hey, hell no, they didn't look. They didn't even know if that sperm cell was gonna work.
Hey, somebody block that person.
I ask you, bro, what happened to the stream earlier over on
please block?
shit,
if
bro?
you got a friend, block that somebody that's in my comment section.
What you mean? Like it faded out?
Yeah. I was like, damn, why this shit? He just started and then like halfway or a little bit halfway. Normally it go longer, but because I seen y'all was arguing at the end, I was like, what are they talking about?
No, I wasn't arguing at the end. I know
hard
him
to get a word in. I was like, can I say my point?
Look, when money involved, bro, T Price was just telling, when money involved, you gotta let the niggas who money involved talk, and then you just gotta come in when you can come in. These niggas who got these bets, you gotta let them go on, because I ain't got no money involved, nigga. Yeah, you gotta just wait. Look, when you see them get quiet, when you see them get quiet for that little one moment, that's when I bust it. They be like, nigga. I be like, y'all niggas crazy.
That's all I say. Yo, I be the same way. I be like, man, hey, cause I hated like when they be bet when they like the other I think it was like a week ago. But chick was going in, and all them niggas was betting money. Y'all niggas know I don't bet that money and shit, nigga. Like, nigga, I ain't got nothing to prove to no nigga.
My hard-earned money, nigga.
Yeah,
right.
I used to tell niggas, hey, look, when I was out there in them streets, getting my money the fast way. Hey, look, I tell a nigga, I shooting dice, nigga. I'm not shooting no dice, giving you niggas my penitentiary earn money, nigga. I took penitentiary chance for this shit. I ain't finna just give it to you, nigga.
And they get slick on them damn dice, boy. You just cheat out your bread real quick.
Man, look, what you look like? You just went out there. I'm just saying, if you went out there and robbed you a nigga, or you went out there and did some illegal shit to get your bread, why you just gonna come over here and let a nigga take all that shit from you at the roll of a dice? Man, get your ass out my face.
Now you got to go get nigga go 2 times
now
harder.
You got to go get your shit the fast way again, nigga.
Right.
You got to go and take another risk.
I see niggas in every coast shoot dice, and it's always funny to me because I always see some real niggas that really like shot dice and shit like that. I seen it. The homies in New York. I seen chicks that used to rape niggas out of money and shit. Man. Off them dice, but I never seen games where niggas be trying to fake up the dice game and shit like that, and nigga get his ass whooped and it get pissed on like Cameron did that nigga in Killer Season.
I'm gonna tell you what's fucked up. What I hate, cause I don't like that. I got griminess in me. All of us do. All of us can be grimy. But initially, bro, I like to be a straight up nigga. Like I really try to be a straight up nigga. I hate these goofy niggas though that be shooting dice with niggas and they probably faded, drunk nigga, weed going around, everything. And these niggas forget the point. And a nigga just asks them out of nowhere, what's my point? And a nigga be like, I know your point. And a nigga like, what it is, nigga? He like, oh, I know it. Well, I already hit it. And a nigga get the grabbing the money and a nigga don't really know what a nigga pointed. He be like, they about to screw this young square from Delaware ass over, nigga. I be feeling bad for niggas, man, when they get that squeeze put on them. I ain't gonna lie.
But imagine this, niggas don't understand this. Shout out to Richard Hamilton. Shout out to Rip, man. A lot of niggas don't know this. Him and Richard Hamilton was on the same AAU squad together. Imagine that shit.
Who, Kobe?
Kobe and Rip Hamilton was on the same AAU squad. Yeah.
Yeah, and with Vince Carter too.
Mm-hmm. That's just crazy.
Vince Carter was on that shit. Remember Vince Carter he like, Kobe, come in and shoot a Steph Curry 3, right? Missed the shit out of the first one. We like, hey, dog, step up a little bit, right? Like, we like, hey, Kobe, step up a little bit. That's out your range, probably. So he come back down, next play. What? Number net from the same distance. He said, we understood what he was telling us. Shut the fuck up. I know what I'm doing. Man, if you a nigga, if you somebody that don't got all of the God-given talent, like to just run fast as fuck, to jump high as fuck, you know, just all that, you admire the work ethic of Kobe Bryant, because he didn't have none of that shit. He wasn't blessed with nothing that Like you would be like, damn, he jumping out the gym. You would think Kobe can jump out the gym with a 38-inch vertical. This nigga, Kobe, shitting on niggas with a 38-inch vertical. He getting everything out of that motherfucker.
I remember this right here. This was during the holidays when they played the Spurs in the holidays, man. That shit was funny. He's like, nigga, you is not about to get the ball from me, man.
Hey, I used to see Kobe after Kobe played, certain niggas too, other niggas. But for sure, every time after Kobe played, I grabbed my basketball, had my shit on, and go grab the squad. To the courts, niggas. Y'all know what's up.
I remember this game right here. They lost this game right here. That was Christmas. And they lost to the Knicks.
Hey, Kobe, I ain't gonna lie, Kobe didn't win too much on Christmas. Kobe lost a lot on Christmas.
Kobe lost a lot of Christmas though.
Kobe always lost on Christmas. I used to hate that shit. I'd be like, he gonna lose. They'd be like, well, I'd be like, it's just something about Christmas and Kobe. He be thinking about his kids and shit. Kobe do this the one day Kobe don't want to play fucking basketball.
Yeah, when he dunked on Dwight, he said, "Welcome to the NBA, youngin."
Boy, that nigga Dwight ain't never got over them nuts in his face like that. He smelled all of them sweaty balls.
He said all those sweaty balls.
He smelled all that shit, man. I ain't gonna lie though, bro. I know that shit was crazy, but that nigga Russell Westbrook, man, his post-game interview, man, that shit go down in history, man, forever.
Which one?
When that nigga said, man, y'all niggas tripping. That shit going down in history. That shit reminded me of Booker T, nigga. Yep, the wrestler, nigga. When he said nigga on TV, nigga, to Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
That nigga was like, hey, Hogan, we coming from you, nigga. I was like, whoa. I said, whoa, Booker T just called Hogan a nigga.
Right. They the one that came up with the word.
Hey. Bryce, no, T. Bryce. You youngsters who know him as King Booker or whatever the fucking WWE, go back and watch him when he was the Harlem Heat, nigga.
Right.
And go see that interview, nigga, when he was with the Harlem Heat, him and Stevie Ray, nigga, and watch him. Go right now, look it up. Booker T calling Hulk Hogan the N-word. Y'all niggas gonna laugh as a motherfucker.
Right. That shit was funny.
That shit, you want to talk about going viral? Boy, if they had that shit going on back then, all that Instagram and stuff, that shit would have been a stupid meme. I'm coming for you, nigga. I was like, whoa. That nigga Booker T said, I was so embarrassed, man, that they heard me talk like how I talk around normal people. But I love that shit. I love that Westbrook interview. That was one thing that nigga did that I enjoyed.
Oh, his interviews is always gonna be classic.
You see what Patrick Beverly out there doing? Just running the fuck around. Just running around.
Caught you slipping, Gary Payton.
Gary look, and the cold thing was, Gary was just too old. At that time, Gary was just too old because he read it. He's smart. He defensively smart. He knew what Kobe wanted to do. He played with him. He knew what was coming. If he was to tell you and talk about that, he'd just say it was nothing I could do about it. I seen it. I was on it. You know, he executed it. Because he right there. He was right there. If that was young Gary, he probably get a little fingertip on it. Kobe got to grab it a little stronger to dunk it. But if that was a little younger, Gary, when he can get a little higher, he probably would got some fingers on it. Because I seen Gary really put some defense on Jordan. So I'm gonna give Gary that benefit. Because I seen him do it, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care what Jordan say. Jordan can laugh. Y'all probably would have still won Jordan, but he ain't lied. If he probably stuck you from the get-go and said, fuck that little calf strain he had, it probably was some better series. Because shit, they took your ass to 6 games in that final.
Well, this is when they start being Utah. And that's one thing I understand about these youngsters. They always want to talk about Jordan failures. I want to talk about
That's
Kobe
that dunk
failures.
right there, bro. That's that dunk.
And you always want to talk about their failures, but at the same time, when you come into the NBA, you just don't come in and start winning and dominating and shit like that. You got to get through some hurdles and battles. And them battles that these players back then went through, the same team that used to put them out the playoffs, they was knocking them out the playoffs going to the finals and shit like that. Look. Kobe had his way back with the Jazz, even when they had Darren Williams and Carlos Boozer and A.K. Karolinko. Andre Karolinko.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's always the big brother, little brother pass off. You know what I mean? Isaiah tell you that. He like, look, Boston passed it down to us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, shit, we end up getting over the hump with Big Brother. And then it went from being Boston to being Detroit, from being Detroit. Well, I can go back first. It going Philly to being Boston to being Detroit to being Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the West, it went from the Lakers to being Houston for a moment to being Portland to being back to Lakers, to being fucking Golden State.
Hey, I remember that OKC team, man. I forget how a lot of people forget that team, man.
Oh,
They
the
had a
Spurs,
good
shit, the Spurs too. Well, I ain't gonna put the Spurs in that, because you know what, man? I'm tired of this. Everybody always try to put Kobe in this box, man, with Tim Duncan. But what nobody ever talk about, and I don't got nothing against Tim Duncan. I talk about Tim Duncan highly. But when you want to start separating shit, Tim Duncan never back-to-back nothing.
That's true.
Tim Duncan ain't never just really ran the league. While everybody talking about they had good records and never stayed out the playoffs, man, the nigga never just went to the finals back to back, except for that last 2 years when they faced Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And he lost the first one and won the second one.
Should have won the first one.
Yeah, probably should have, but he never did. The same way people try to bring up LeBron never three-peated and all, and we use that. That's the same thing with Duncan, bro.
That's facts.
That nigga never fucking two-peated.
I remember this game right here. This game was on, I think it was on a Sunday. This game when we caught AI slipping. That nigga said, "You can't fuck with me." I remember this shit. We dunked on Bobby Stewart. Bobby Stewart. Bobby Stewart was another bad white boy, man. Bobby Stewart was nice with the Florida State.
Hey, that nigga, Brian Shaw, that nigga used to throw them lobs perfect.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I remember when I remember that alley-oop that I used to have it the very first time when Kobe caught that alley-oop from Derek Fisher in the finals.
Uh-huh.
That was a game where he went nuts. He went nuts from three.
People don't pay attention, man, that Kobe had. That nigga had them little hands, nigga. He catching lobs and shit on niggas, like, man, making it work. Boy, I went crazy when he made that shot. And y'all know who on that team, right? Allen Iverson. He was like, nigga can't fuck with me. He was so mad, nigga, because the Philadelphia, he forgot. Yeah, you from Philly, but they want the 76ers to win. He was mad. They was booing him and shit. He was like, what the fuck? That nigga, that's how you know what? When he did that, he let niggas know, this is really in my move repertoire. Don't think that was just an accident I did in New York. That's a cold fucking man. That looked like some Michael Jackson shit out there, man. Look at that shit. Smooth criminal.
Nothing but that too.
Look, man, that's why you got these niggas when they talk. When they be talking to you, ask Kenyon Martin and them, they like, man, I ain't nobody never made me look like Kobe Bryant made me look, man. Fuck you mean? You seen that shit that nigga did to me?
Yeah, Rajah Bell.
I don't like. Hey, look. Even though I ain't like Rajah Bell when he played, but after I seen his comments on Kobe, he like, I had nothing but respect for Kobe. Shit, he like, shit. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
That shit started with Rajah Bell in Philly. Nobody knew when him and Iverson was arguing. Little bitch ass Rajah Bell was trying to ear hustle on that shit.
He got involved in it.
Nope. Give me the shit. Give me the shit.
I don't
Let me
think the
see it.
Spurs was overrated. They were just. I don't never think this. I don't think no team was overrated in my basketball eyesight. Like that play. I don't care how I feel about somebody. You know what I'm saying? But that Spurs wasn't overrated. They just ain't never repeated. And I love Tony Parker. Tony Parker, that nigga was a motherfucker.
You just gotta know, like, it was like when it came down to that Western Conference at that time, it was either
Everybody
Kobe.
look.
It was either Kobe
Right.
going to the finals or Tim Duncan.
Right. It was one of them two, Spurs and Lakers. That was just how it was. Like, that's why I say them two is the best of their generation.
And that's why I give Dirk that pat on the back, because when those two monsters that was keeping y'all niggas out of there was still going, he said, I'm getting in here one time, God, like another. I got in here before. I'm getting in here again, but I gotta leave with one.
And C Webb was busting niggas' ass too.
Yeah, like C Webb said, when they stalling him on this Hall of Fame, and I seen him on that Players Tribune little shit, he said it. He like, man, look, I don't care. Dirk Nowitzki, KG, Charles Barkley, Shaq, them niggas know my name.
Right.
Straight up, nigga, y'all can say what y'all want about me, but them niggas that was on that basketball court, them niggas know there's some Hall of Fame work over here, nigga.
Mm-hmm. C Webb was a beast though, nigga. Everywhere he went, he produced.
Man, look, see where it was the Sacramento Kings. When he got that injury to his knees, it was over.
Yeah.
Just like Boston with KG. Once he got that injury to his knee, it was over. That's how you know who it was. Same thing with Kobe. Once he got that injury, it was over. Because those niggas was the men.
And I'm so tired. Every time you posted up something about Kobe Bryant, you always see LeBron hater fans.
Niggas talking about this documentary, bro. They talking about D Wade and LeBron James is gonna produce the documentary of the 2008 Olympics, and I said okay, and everybody like, oh yeah, y'all gonna finally see like what Kobe really meant. Like if they asked the right niggas to be involved, yeah, they may edit out what really went down, like shit, to make themselves look juicy.
Yeah. Yeah, the 8 Kobe was crazy. It was like transformation from youngin' to grown man. When he was 24, he was a grown ass man, dude. That's how I look like it. That's how I look at it. I remember this when he thought those niggas in the Target said I think it was on a Thursday night.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, what's up, Zeddy?
What's up? How y'all doing? Y'all doing good?
Yeah. No time, man. What's good with it?
Man, I've just been busy, man.
Say, I just been working, being a man. You know.
Yeah, yeah, but like, I'm glad you showing, Kobe his respect, bro. Like, what would have been his 44th birthday? Yeah,
Yeah, tomorrow will be. It's actually tomorrow, but I'm gonna be. That's what I'm just doing my thing today. 'Cause
oh yeah,
I got stuff to do today. You know, tomorrow. I mean, you know what I'm saying. So
oh yeah, I get it, Yeah,
yeah,
we got to keep showing uh, the ignorant people, the people that just, try to leave them out of, I don't do go the conversations, but like,
me either.
yeah, but like, how can you not talk about this man and just leave him out? Like, oh, he's 10 or 15. That's crazy to me. How is he 10 or 15 at best? He's easily in my top 5. I personally got him in my top 3. But
I don't do rankings. I don't do rankings and everything like that. But I have him. If I did have a rank, I have him in my top 3 as well.
and I'm like, but like, I respect other people's opinion. Like, if you don't have him like in the top 10 or top, and if you respectful with it, then like, I'm like, I don't care, like, because each person has their own opinion. But like the Nick Wrights of the world, the Shannon Sharps, like that's where I totally, yeah, you get what I'm saying, man? Because and then Shannon Sharp is fake as fuck. Because 10 years ago, you didn't even have LeBron in his GOAT debate or whatever.
It's all about the storylines, about that mighty dollar selling out for that bag.
Yeah, and then people are ignorant enough to go along with it, and like it's not a debate. Like Michael Jordan, Kobe, like they just doing that for ratings, man.
Hey, that was a crazy ass alley-oop. I remember watching this game. We was in the.
Oh, was that the Olympic game? Oh yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, we was at work. Me and the homie, we was at work, man, and we wasn't even cooking at the time. And the boss was like, "Man, we just gonna shut the kitchen down." We shut the kitchen down, and we ended up watching the game. And man, that shit was crazy, man. We was high as fuck.
Yeah.
Watching that shit, we was like, "Oh." That shit was just crazy, man. And Gilbert Arenas, man, I understand Gilbert because Gilbert, I'm just gonna be real, man. Stuff that he be saying is just how you gonna sit there gonna say that Kawhi championship is fraudulent because nobody don't want to play in Toronto. Like, come on, cut that shit out, man.
But the bubble isn't fraudulent. But and get out of here.
Ain't nobody, even that bubble championship. Some people say that's a championship. It is what it is, man. But
it is what it is. But
yeah, championship's the championship. You can't take shit away from players, man. That's one thing. That's why I understand why people can't. Like, they could say this, they could say that, they could say this, you could say that, but accolades and stats and everything like that do plays a fact though too. But everything else outside the court, to me, and inferential of the game, of how people perceive you and everything like that. I know some real like people that love Kobe Bryant, man. I know people that don't like Kobe Bryant, but they be like, shoot.
I gotta give him his respect.
They give that man his respect, and they be like, and the people I talk to, they're like, they can't believe how this man don't get that respect like that. But
yeah, and and they said I wasn't even a fan of Kobe, but like the way they be talking about him on ESPN and First Take or First Things First, I'm like, I'm a fan, but I know other people that weren't even fans, and they're like, hold up, you talking about Kobe this greasy like that? Like I know people who weren't fans and have to defend him now. I'm like, it's crazy, man.
Man, I knew I was because I remember when they won their first two and going to see them at the games and stuff. Man, the shit was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It
I'll
was a
tell you.
show every. It was a show every fucking time, man. It was just like that was like one of the best times of my life when I was in my younger 20s, man. Watching that shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
I was out there doing the time, and that's when Max Kellerman, and that's when old boy too from Marcus Wiley, they were still disrespecting Kobe Bryant even at that time. Like I used to say to my boys, like, how these dudes out here even walking around out here saying shit like?
Oh yeah, they get beat up if they,
This is in 2000 to 2001. I'm like, man, they must really got top notch security and everything, which people move when you talk that shit like that. People be moving. Hey, I just don't understand, man. This was back in 2000. We in 2022. The man is dead and gone, and they still shitting on this man.
Yep. Because like I respect, like I love Pau Gasol. Like they don't.
And shout out to Paul Gasol too. He's gonna get his jersey retired, just like Kobe said he was going to be.
Yeah, shout out to him. He absolutely deserves it. And it's the highest honor anyone who wore a Laker uniform can receive. But here's my issue, and this has nothing to do with Pau. It's a broader issue going on here because I was listening to what's his name, Max Kellerman and Keyshawn Johnson and what's the other dude's name, Jay Williams, and they were bigging up Pau Gasol, and which he deserves, but they weren't doing it to give credit to Pau and his greatness. They were doing it to see, oh, Kobe had all this help. He really didn't carry those teams to the champ. I'm like, first of all, no one said he was carrying those teams to the championship. Like, but he put the team on his back. That's what I would say. Because no one does it alone. But when they talk about LeBron or the King or whatever you call him, they're like, oh, he has 4 Finals MVPs. He came back from a 3-1 deficit, and they ignored the contributions by Kyrie, what's his name, Richard Jefferson, Kevin Love. Like, he's the only player I've seen that gets all the credit and all the championships he won, but none of the blame for those 6 losses he has in the finals. Like, it's insane to me. They say it's a team.
I always ask this question, and I said this on Ticket Channel when I first got on Ticket Channel. I always said this: what day, what time, and what part of history how y'all, and even Tracy McGrady even said this, and that Tracy McGrady wasn't on ESPN after he said this too much later. Even Jim Jackson, he even said the same thing about Kobe Bryant. He broke down the comparison between Kobe Bryant and LeBron James on FS1. They got him up out of there. Now you just see him. You don't see him going there on shows and stuff anymore. You might see him do an NBA. You see him do more NBA, but it ain't no show. When people start telling the truth about these players, they don't want to hear that shit.
Oh no, they sure don't, man. I'm like, I'm just tired of the disrespect. I'm not saying you gotta have him as the GOAT. I'm just saying,
it's even about that. It's about giving the man his respect. And this is another thing I don't understand. They don't give a lot of these old school they respect.
Yeah, they don't.
ABA players. They don't give ABA players. They just do, because in this case, because I can make a case for one player, Julius Erving. If they count his ABA, if they count his ABA, Julius Erving has a solidified chance to me of being ranked the top 10 player of all time. Like, you can't deny that. If they add his ABA shit, they don't want to mention his ABA shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I don't understand about basketball. It's just like, back then in the 90s and in the early 2000s, it was all about respect and all that shit. And then now of a sudden they don't want to pay. Now you got these players that's shitting on the old school players and all this. I'm like, dude, y'all players don't even do what these players have done in the past. These players stayed on their teams and played. That's one thing I respect about Kobe. Even Duncan, Yeah, it's longevity, but they did 10+ years of greatness. I seen old school players like Dominique Wilkins. He did it over 10+ years. Yeah, he didn't win anything, but he didn't never had a team around him. You just have players that played in the NBA that never played with great talent. Look at how long AI did, and then everybody said, "Oh yeah, he played with Melo and all." But at that time, they were blackballing in it. Then he ended up going to Detroit. Then he ended up going to Memphis. And then next thing you know, he's out the league. You know what I mean? And Paul Gasol, man, he get his respect, man, because he was just getting put out in the first round, man, every year, man. But it's crazy how they traded him for brother. That's crazy. They got Paul Gasol basically for a steal, and Paul Gasol, yeah, I just don't understand how they just wanted this. And even Paul Gasol was a great player for the Lakers. I just don't like how these people talking about how Paul Gasol carried Kobe. Like, huh? Kobe taught Paul how to win. Because Paul got punked the very first time they played the Celtics. They want to talk about top 75 players. He won 2 chips without a 75 player. Let that sink in. They want to give that man his credit, man. That's what, it is what it is. But I'm going to keep on putting it out there. That's if you ain't never watched Kobe Bryant play, if you ain't never watched none of these players, man, all these old school players, man, that y'all speak of, that y'all want to disrespect, and all this, if you ain't never really seen them play, and think you can't mention stuff like that if you can't see. If you ain't watched and experienced, I could talk about all these things because I watch all these players. Even players that back then it was hard to get. Wilt, I seen games of Cooley. I seen games with the Lakers, with Jerry West and Wilt Chamberlain, and just every year, just basically the evolution of the game has totally changed. Shout out to Paul Gasol for making it in, for about to get his jersey retired, man. It's well deserved, man. He shared it. To me, it wasn't even. It was without question. Because I sent Trey the video. Cause my boy sent it to me yesterday when he said it. When Kobe said that I would not won these championships without Paul Gasol, and he deserves to. And he deserved to have his names in the rafters right next to mine. And he finally getting his just due, man. Hey, you remember Andrew Bynum, though, man? Bynum just had his injuries, man. I believe that the Lakers had him the first time, they would have beat Boston.
Oh, absolutely, man. Like it is what it is, man. Like
he fell off like off the face of the earth, bro. Like
yeah, injuries just he just disappeared.
I mean, when he jumped on shot, that shit was funny.
Mm-hmm.
Got just like that shit.
Yeah.
Man, I got a troll in here. How many times I gotta block this person? It's like the 3rd time I blocked this person on this screen. Probably the 4th time. You don't need no dating site to find no perfect match.
Oh, yeah, it's everywhere, man.
Say, when you come talk to me. That's my review to date chats about. If you ain't never watched the players who I watch, it's just useless to me. I'm not even gonna waste my energy. I don't go with the naysayers. Oh, just because this player is the greatest ever, huh? Really? I've seen basketball players. He is an all-time great, and you got these other players that's like Steph, and he's an all-time great. But sit there and compete and you put these players above the players that really played the game. And one thing I respected myself, he did stay with one franchise his whole entire career. You know what I mean? I just think them two is just the best in their generation. I don't do all that thinking. That's just all I'm basically saying.
That is you, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. It's positive.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. All that record, man.
Thing up over your nose.
I'm just ready to what once these trades happen, whenever it happens, and then I can't even assess. I'm more concentrated on college basketball because I know what everybody looks like in college basketball right now compared to the NBA. Once this KD and Kyrie thing is finally it's off the shelf and whatever it's going to be, then I can assess it. Until then, I can't even assess the NBA. It's like it's really soap opera season. I only even watch first. I watched none of that shit, bro. And I blocked that shit. I blocked my shit for my YouTube, but that shit still comes up for my shit. And this motherfucker came back again. What's up, man?
What up, T. Bryant?
What's good, man?
What's good? I just came here, show tribute to to the legend.
Yeah, man, yeah. Birthday tomorrow and shit, so I'm off today and tomorrow. I got a busy day tomorrow, so I just went on and did the stream today. I'm high as hell. I'm about to go in the house now. I'm almost finished with my L, man. I just been in the man. Shout out to Trey. He was in here earlier, really easy. He was up in here. And shout out to Zeddy. He was just in here as well, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I mean,
Leach is still in here, though. I know he's in a meeting and shit, but he'll be back, though.
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, what's good with it, bro? When?
It's good. I cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, Lisa, are you good at playing the Jersey game, nigga?
Jersey game? I might have to, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll fuck with you on that, man.
Hey, okay.
That shit kind of passed my, my style. I did that shit for a second. I remember I had a Bobby Curley, Mitchell, and Ness back in the day, though.
Okay, this is the rule of my Jersey game, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, your favorite team is the Warriors, and I got a good contestant though too. Cause that's why he be on. He's good. He's good on it. He's a Heat fan. So if a player played for the Miami Heat and played for the Golden State Jersey, just like for instance, I'd be like, I like the Lakers. The Lakers got a storied franchise. You could just name where, you could sit there and say, where's your Slava Medvedenko jersey at? And I'd be like, well, where is your Donald Fuller, Donald Fuller jersey at? He played for that's how the game starts. That's how the game goes. You just start naming players that play for the teams and shit. But the player play for the same play for the other franchise, it cancels each other out. It doesn't count.
Right.
Yeah, we used to have some epic times on that shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Wilt, where you at, Wilt? Wilt, raise your hand, Wilt. Where my nigga at, man?
Raise your fucking hand.
Raise your hand when you talk to me. Hey, that's why that shit's so funny to me, man, because when I was in Louisiana and shit, when I got out of prison and shit, and this OG was outside and shit, and we were just sitting there chopping up. He just let me, just like, man, I can tell you're not from here, woo, 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 and everything. I was like, I'm just getting familiar with the area and stuff. So this young nigga came up to him and tried to talk to him. He was like, man, I don't feel like talking to you right now, man. I'm talking to the homie right here. And the young nigga was like, man, what the fuck you talking about? He was like, man, how old are you, young? He was like, man, I'm 17. The nigga, you 17? He's like, yeah. Nigga, I'm 37. Nigga, raise your hand when you talk to me. Nigga, I
Is that the story behind Raise Your Hand, man?
Yeah. And every time Wilt said raise your hand, that shit had me, man. That shit had me dying. That old school nigga, he at the time he was 37 and I was like 23, 24, about to be 24 when he said that shit. Nigga, I died laughing. Oh, nigga, I'm way older than you too, nigga. You 7 years, but that shit was funny.
That shit was funny. Why you looking funny?
You just raise your hand when you talk to me. A little nigga and raised his hand and shit. I died laughing. Hey, so you know in that movie, what you call it told that nigga Debo said that shit 2 years later though in Friday.
Yeah.
Was it next? Well, it wasn't next Friday. It was
Right after next.
Yeah,
Well, not Friday after next.
Not Friday after next. It was damn. When it was him and Sticky Fingers, he told that nigga raise your hand and talk to me. He told that nigga raise your hand when we talk to me. He raised his hand. Oh man, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace to that man.
Yeah.
And I always said, man, they should they should have went on and should have made another Friday before everything happened, man. Now the main characters and shit that they're not even there, man. You don't have Dell, you don't have Pops, you don't have Debo.
Yeah. None of that. It was gonna happen, but they wanted Chris Tucker so bad.
Has anybody ever seen that girl Carla in another movie other than that movie?
Oh, Carla for next Friday?
Yeah. Has anybody ever seen her in another movie? Because I never seen her in another movie other than that.
No, I know her name. Her name is Lisa. Lisa. She been in some movies before. Yeah. That was it, though. She was in some movies before. It was like
I just ain't never seen her. Oh yeah, it's time to go back in the house. The sun is beaming out here. Feeling it hit my back. Some kids about to start school and stuff like that.
yeah.
Already, like these kids out here in the West Coast, I'm like, y'all don't even have a summer. They don't even have a summer no more.
This generation.
Hold on, I'm about to go to the laptop. Switch back up. Hold up. All right, I'm back. I'm back in.
Man, the NBA, I just can't wait till the Jordan shit come out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for that league pass.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for that league pass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be doing a lot of rookie games and stuff like that this year.
Oh, rookie game?
Let me see if they updated their rosters or anything like that. Let me check some out here.
Mm. Yeah. They did. I think the team, they all been traded, so I think it'll be updated in the future.
You know, y'all gonna watch I gotta watch the game tomorrow. Gotta watch the champions WNBA playoffs.
Yeah. Who you feel like is
I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be the Aces and the and Chicago Sky. That's what I think. I think them two teams are the best two teams in women's basketball to me this year.
right?
And they proved it. And they proved it as well. And, you know, the playoffs is you're the champion until you get knocked out. And the champions is the Sky. So the Aces is trying to come for that crown. And everybody else that's involved too.
Mm-hmm. I do feel like the Las Vegas Aces and the Aces made I feel like they're going to, you know.
The Aces is nasty, man. They got a squad.
I saw that playoff game. I think it was who they played in that playoff.
Hold on, I could tell you. I was just looking at it.
I just saw that. I forgot it.
Okay. Okay, the Dallas Wings beat Connecticut 89-79. Seattle Storm, they beat the Washington Mystics 97-84. New York Liberty, they host Chicago Sky tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Then on the 24th, you got Chicago Sun and the Dallas Wings. And then on the 28th, you got Seattle Storm versus the Las Vegas Aces.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sure.
That's going to be interesting right there.
Right.
Because Seattle Storm got a squad, too.
Yeah. But plus, Sue Bird's last song.
Yeah, and then they got that girl on that. Shoot, they got that. She got a UConn alum. That one tall girl, forget her name. Then they got that one girl though, that black girl though, man, number 24, Lloyd, Jewel Lloyd, man, that girl's a bucket.
Right.
Yeah, I watch WNBA too, y'all. I watch some women. Get down too. They just don't get the props like these dudes do. Don't get the pay though, but
yeah.
I still watch it anyway.
I feel like I would just be quiet. I mean, I was in the gym and I just saw I saw the playoff between the Aces and the Mercury. And I mean, I just seen the Aces were just killing them offensively and defensively. Like they were shutting them down. And I kind of feel bad for the Phoenix Mercury. Dealing with the Bryant arrest and also how the team looking adding a new coach. There goes Wolves right there. like I said, with the designer rest, they added the new coach, and then Scholar and the coach don't not getting along, so kind of feel
Mm-hmm.
no problem with it.
Yep.
Luke Woods, yeah, man. Happy birthday, man. I remember, I'm saying so. I remember when I was a kid. I think the Heat was playing that day. And, it was a Sun. I know it was on Sun Network, Sun Sports Network. And after that, me and my dad, we flipped the channel. We see the Lakers play the Mavericks. This is when he had 62 points.
Oh yeah, he did 62 3/4.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that when I was that was my first time watching it. And my father, we clicked on that channel, and it was just amazing to me. It just made me amazed because seeing that I had like a little SpongeBob backboard with a hoop, and I grabbed the ball. I remember I grabbed a little mini ball, and I was like, y'all see every time I see Kobe score, so I used to dunk it. That was my first. That was actually my first time, watching this guy, this legend here, this iconic guy, who put on it, like giving Jason Terry, Dirk Nowitzki, like giving them the buckets, and like just holding in like salad. It was definitely, amazing. To me, like, it's very, definitely for the birthday, but it's not gonna be the same, because he's not here no more. He's not here with us right now, so it still kind of feel eerie to me that we never got, like I said, we never got to see him make that speech in the Hall of Fame. We never got to,
I'm sorry. I ended up coming across that movie, Waiting to Exhale.
Oh yeah.
And he coming up to the thing. He just told her, "You raggedy bitch."
Yeah.
It said, "You raggedy bitch."
Yeah, my bad. Like I said, it's kind of, even though like we celebrate his birthday, to me, it's still the same. Like I said, he's not here right now, so it's still not. It's like we never got to see him make that speech in the Hall of Fame. We never got to see him his daughters grow up. It just still sad,
Right.
It just I'm right. Guys have wish list. And I wish I would see, Kobe Bryant. And now I have to erase him because, he's gone. So I don't consider him passing away. I consider like a celebration.
Right.
That's a celebration of his life. It's like, okay, now he's gone. Okay, now us as a fan of his, and also for some Lakers fans that are really fans, like I said, we have to make sure his legacy keeps going forever. People won't forget that what he did on the court and off the court. So yeah, it's very happy birthday to it. Happy birthday to the Black Mamba. It's still today. It's still in second. I still haven't accepted his death. I still haven't accepted it.
How you feel about your football team? I don't know. I ain't been watching that shit.
No, I don't watch the preseason. No, I don't watch the preseason. I barely watch football.
I'm ready for college football. College football start this weekend.
Yeah. I've been focusing more on basketball. I've been watching some basketball tournaments. So man, I never really watched it. How you see, watching the draft, right? Because like, who you see that's winning, who you see that has potential to be a star out of all the rookies?
I don't know. We just gotta. I'm just gonna wait to see what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? They all got chances to show themselves, so it's all about health, nutrition, and working on your game. So they continue to get better, So I'm just gonna wait and see. I'm one to wait and see it before I speak it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So they got to go out there and put the work in. We're gonna see, and then you is gonna have some other players in the draft that that are sleepers. That's gonna have good seasons. We don't know because we got to wait till everything unravel itself.
Okay.
But they all in great situations. You know what I mean? I think Pablo is gonna be a beast. Ventura, he's gonna be nice.
Right.
It's gonna be interesting because they got Jonathan Isaac. They got a lot of forwards. You know what I'm saying? So, I like the mixture of their team too. So, it's gonna be interesting how they're gonna look forward. You know what I mean? Then you got the Rockets. It's gonna be interesting to see if the Pistons gonna are they gonna take a step up? You know what I mean? Toronto, we got to see what they're gonna be like. It's just a lot. These other teams is like I just don't know until they go out there and show me on the court what they about.
Also, like when I heard that there was a documentary about the USA Redeem Team. That's coming up. And to me, I feel like I'm gonna put it in there. I was like Kobe. I said Kobe. He restored that team. Like after they lost to Argentina, he restored that team. I would love to see the documentary come up. I would love to see it, but to me, I would not see it because that man we got in the screen background is not here. Talk about it.
Right.
So because he made that redeem team. He turned it to U.S. basketball what it was. Like LeBron knew that, Chris Paul knew that, Chris Bosh knew that, Dwight knew that, this kid knew that, Coach K knew that, everybody knew that. So I said, I would love to see Darren, but I wouldn't watch it because the guy that led that team was it wouldn't be the same. Eddie Jones.
That was my nigga, man. I remember watching him in college, man. Eddie Jones was nice to me because he played with it was him and rest in peace to Don Chaney. Played for legendary coach Don Chaney. It was him and Aaron McKee.
Yeah, I never got to see Eddie Jones in his Lakers years.
Mm.
But I seen him in his Miami Heat years.
Mm-hmm.
He was a beast, man. I remember the playoffs. He was playing the Hornets. I mean, not the Hornets. He played against the Hornets with Baron Davis. With B. Diddy. Then he was just, people always talk about, the rookie, Dwayne Wade. But I always say, like before Dwayne Wade, Eddie Jones was killing it. He was getting keep the business. He was getting keep the business. Definitely. People were sleep. People are sleeping in it. Oh yeah, the mask Kobe.
Young ass Kevin Love.
The mask Kobe. Yeah, the mask Kobe is dangerous.
That's when he rocked them Adidas.
Yeah. I still trying to get those crazy moves. C Webb, what's your name?
C Webb was nasty, bro. This man don't get no kind of respect, man. C Webb was that dude, man. You got a lot of players in the NBA, man. Everybody's not gonna win. Everybody act like, but you really understand the game. Everybody's not gonna be blessed to win, and everybody's not gonna be blessed to play with great players and shit like that. But you got to do with the hand that you dealt with. And them players back then, that's what they was. They were dealt with the hand that they was dealt, and they did it for over 10 years. Some won championships, some didn't. But I don't discredit the ones that didn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
Said just about this. Remember C Webb, you've been sleeping like it, so you definitely right. Like, you always talk about Tim Duncan, Dirk, and KG, but he was up there with them. And he was up there with them. Like that 2001 series was crazy in the Western Conference. Like, people never got his good deal.
You know, I had to put Mike in that bitch.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to my boy Big Worm.
Big game. Big game.
And look at the shorts from there to here.
Yeah. Very much different.
Tony Delk was nice too. Kentucky. Back then he used to have the band.
This was people. Oh man, I remember this thing. This is when he had. This when him and Antoine Jameson were at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They both scored 50.
Yeah.
I think they lost that game though.
Yeah, they lost. Yeah, Kobe.
They lost that game.
Kobe missed the game. Yeah.
I was mad. My homies were talking shit to me, and my culinary friends were talking shit, cause they was from the Bay. They was talking shit. I've been to I just remember those days, man. Went to so many, cause I was out there in the Bay Area at the time, man. We used to go to so many of them games, man.
Yeah. He was killing. I remember the Antoine was going back and forth.
I remember Gil Arenas hit him and got swole face. Until the next time you saw him.
this playoff. Yeah, he was Sacramento Kings' worst nightmare.
Hey man, I'm gonna see what my boy Keegan Murray gonna do, man. I like this draft class though, man. Like
Yeah.
this draft class is nice, man. People sleeping on this draft class, man. If you don't watch college basketball, then that's why your opinion is what it is. But every draft class is different.
Yeah.
They got some dog. They got some dogs in this. They got some dogs in this mud though, and then they got some steals too. We got a lot of these teams got steals. It's gonna be interesting with Sacramento. Are you gonna progress, or are you gonna still be known as a shitty franchise? Because to me, you ain't done shit since Chris Webber days. I know y'all had Tyreek Evans, but that seemed like long time ago.
Oh, Tyreek Evans. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like his rookie year.
Mm-hmm.
He's
This is gonna be the first year for you college basketball fans, just like myself. You will not see Coach K on the sidelines. It's a new emergence of John Shire.
mm-hmm.
Basketball will be lit. A lot of players came back.
Right.
Player of the year came back. Who else came back? A boy from Gonzaga, Drew Timmy, he came back. Hold on, I'm about to look it up right now. You know me, I'm on that. College basketball, they more solid. You already know what these teams gonna look like. Their roster's pretty much set until you get the last minute. You always got the last minute players that do the transfer portal. Shout out! Oh, my boy want me to play him in 2K. My OG. Oh yeah, we gonna get a game, man. While I do the stream, I'm high as blissing, man. I ain't gonna smoke until about 4 o'clock. I'm so fried, man. I'm waiting on stuff to come. I don't know when exactly it's gonna come and all this other stuff. I'm waiting on stuff. I just hope it comes on the day that I'm off. And to y'all people that do dumb stuff, I just now seen a video of somebody just you stealing somebody packages off the front door, and they got the and they got that and they got that ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all dumb, man. I know I done some stupid stuff. I ain't gonna lie, but that right there. You don't know what these people got, man.
Mm-hmm.
Case in mention, they had something that happened here, a murder. And the only reason why they got the person who did it, because the person that was like horizontal from the house had a camera in the house. And that's how they was able to catch the person asked to see the whole murder and the person who actually ran over this person. This person ran over this person not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times, bro. You ran over 4 times to make sure this person was dead. Because the first 3 times, the person wasn't dead. Then the last time, it ended it.
Oh man, definitely on me. just stupidity, around here, only some better see, Steph around here, Leon, definitely her one sitting on the news when,
It's just crazy to like,
when the kid body got found in the grass area.
oh man,
Come to, he was a kid, he was a high schooler, he was still in high school, and come to find out, when the high school dude that killed him, and with his girl, they had planned because he had liked the girl and his ex. That was her ex that killed. And the guy didn't really like you, so he was like, "Yo, I'm killing him." And they planned it. It's just ridiculous. Seeing people how waste their life by doing something stupid.
yeah, man. I just see some stupid stuff. Like I see videos how how people be flipping out on people at Burger King, McDonald's, and stuff like that. It's called going home and knowing how to cook for yourself and don't relying on nobody to cook for you. Then you won't have them problems.com.
Yeah, you talking about when people get.
Man, I love watching stuff like that, man. That should, I be over, I'm off for these next 2 days, bro. I'm about to sit in my room and just watch crazy behind videos of people just making a fool of themselves, man. Because, I mean, I know I did some dumb stuff in my lifetime, but I ain't done no shit like I see these people that was my age. When I was their age, I wasn't doing no stupid ass shit like that they doing. No way.
Yeah, you got different from the stupid. I think one customer got mad and the worker. I started getting.
Yeah, I'm about to go to I won't see they, cause I ain't updated. I don't want to know that they updated this thing yet, cause. And shout out to Serena Williams, man. This is her very last year. I'm gonna be watching everything. That's one thing I love about college sports, cause I got Hulu. You know what I'm saying? And I do have NBA League Pass, but it's in the living room, and I don't like being in the living room. I like to be in my room. I'm not away from everybody. I'm in my room with the door locked. Ain't nobody coming up in here.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I am. I like my space. I'm in my room. Sometimes everybody be like, "Man, we thought you and Dad up in there, man." I'm good. I'm sorry to the subscribers. I don't be on here like that. YouTube gonna be YouTube. You know what I mean? If you didn't buy by the rules the very first time that you came on here, especially at my age, they ain't gonna put you out there. But hit the like, share, and subscribe. Hey, the subscribers gonna come. I ain't dissing nobody. I don't care if the cats don't like me. I don't care about all that. It's just all about opinion. But I do respect people's opinion, but I'm just saying with the vast majority when it comes to worldly things and sports related topics and stuff like that. I look at stuff in a whole different way how I looked at it when I was growing up, how I was taught by my father and everybody else, my mom and my uncles and my aunties and people who I know that taught me about life and how sports plays a part of dealing with life and everything like that, dealing with controversy and things of that nature. So, okay, let me go to college football because that's what my mind is at. Okay, I'm on college football. Okay, so let me see the schedule. Okay, they got week 1 It'd be August the 27th. This is the first game. This is the first week of the season. You got Austin P, Western Kentucky, Nebraska play at Northwestern, Idaho State play UNLV, UConn play Utah State, Wyoming play at Illinois. Shout out to Big Worm. I know he's gonna be watching that game. Duquesne play Florida State. Charlotte plays at Florida Atlantic. Florida A&M play at North Carolina. North Carolina! North Texas play at UTEP, a.k.a. Tim Hardaway, the Texas two-step. Nevada at New Mexico State. And Vanderbilt plays at Hawaii. Okay, this is all I'm just going to do all the weekly schedule because I know you watch college football too. I'm a big-time college football watcher too.
Right.
All right. So this is on Thursday, September the 1st, 2022. You got Saint. I'm doing this on the ESPN weekly schedule. You got St. Francis at Akron, Central Michigan at number 12, Oklahoma State, West Virginia at number 17, Pittsburgh, Ball State at Tennessee, South Carolina State at UCF. Bryant is at Florida International. Long Island University is at Toledo. VMI is at 22 Wake Forest. Penn State is at Purdue. Eastern Illinois is at Northern Illinois. Alabama A&M at UAB. Louisiana Tech is at Missouri. New Mexico State is at Minnesota. Northern Arizona is at Arizona State. Cal Poly is at Fresno State. Portland State is at San Jose State, a.k.a. where Marshall Faulk went to school at, San Jose State, Aztec.
Mm-hmm.
I remember him watching him growing up. And I remember Darren Sproles too.
Oh yeah.
He ran over my high school in the high school playoffs. He ran all over my high school that I went to at the time.
Mm-hmm.
In the state, in the playoffs. That shit was crazy. He was fast back then and built. All right, this is Friday the 2nd. It's Western Michigan at Michigan State. Michigan State is ranked 15. Oh, let me just do the rankings. That's what I should have did first, cause like I said, I don't be watching TV like that. Okay, number 1 overall is Alabama. Number 2 is Ohio State. Number 3 is Georgia. Number 4 is Clemson. Number 5 is Notre Dame. Number 6 is Texas A&M. Number 7 is Utah. Number 8 is Michigan. Number 9 is Oklahoma. Number 10 is Baylor. Number 11 is the Oregon Ducks. I'm out here in Oregon, so my homies be like, the Oregon Ducks? Oklahoma State is 12. 13 is NC State. 14 is USC. 15 is Michigan State. 16 is University of Miami Hurricanes. 17 is Pittsburgh. 18 is Wisconsin. 19 is Arkansas. 20 is Kentucky. 21 is Ole Miss. 22 is Wake Forest. 23 is Cincinnati. 24 is Houston. And 25 is BYU. And the coaches poll got Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson, Notre Dame, Texas A&M, Utah, Oklahoma, Baylor, Oklahoma State, Oregon, NC State, Michigan State, USC, Pittsburgh, Miami, Texas, Wake Forest, Wisconsin, Kentucky, Cincinnati, Arkansas, Ole Miss, Houston.
Yeah.
That's as of right now. You know that shit gonna change.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
And Michigan play, as I'm looking on the ticker, that's where they do all the ranked teams. Oklahoma State plays Central Michigan, and then on the first you got Pittsburgh and West Virginia. Then you got 22 VMI, and then on the second you have this is next month, Western Michigan, Michigan State. That's a local game basically because Michigan State is in Western Michigan is in Kalamazoo, and Kalamazoo is not far from Lansing. I know 'cause I used to live out there. That's how I know. And I used to go to the games. That's where Greg Jennings is and Derek Jeter, Kalamazoo, Michigan. I used to live in Kazoo back in the day. Shout out to the homies out there in Kalamazoo, man. And all the homies out there in Cereal City too. Kellogg's Corn Flakes, Battle Creek, Michigan. They have a matter of fact, they have a basketball team that's out there called the Battle Creek Knights. A semi-pro team out there. My homeboys used to try to make the team and shit. I used to go shoot and play all the time with the players and stuff. My homies tried to get me to try out for the team. I'm like, man, I ain't trying out for the semi-pro team, man.
Mm-hmm.
I never did, but I always went to the games and shit. I still got a few homies out there still play on the team still.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, semi-pro, man. It's just like, they make their money too, but they don't make money like these other top brands in the world. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, shout out to my boy James. That's how I knew about James, cause he played semi-pro football. That's how I knew about him. Because where I was living at, they had a team called the Lake Charles Sharks.
Oh, yeah.
And when I was living in Lake Charles, that's where my boy Vicious was dominating the. That's when Rap-A-Lot was doing their thing with Tila and AKA that boy Vicious, rest in peace.
Mm.
And then you had UGK. That's the old school shit, man. Yeah, let me just check out college basketball once I did that. And then Georgia played Oregon on the third. Oh, I didn't finish the rest of them. And then you got on the third you have UTEP play play Oklahoma. Boston College will play Miami on the third. Arkansas will host Cincinnati. That's be on ESPN. Ohio and UTEP. That's gonna be on Fox. Then you got Houston and University of Texas San Antonio. That's gonna be on the CBS network. Mississippi, they host Troy. That's on the SEC network. BYU gonna be on ESPNU against University of Southern Florida. Then you got Rice and USC. That's gonna be on the Pac-12. Then you got number 7 Utah. They play at Florida. That's gonna be at 4 o'clock on ESPN. That's gonna be a good game.
Oh, yeah.
Utah. That's gonna be in Gainesville too.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's gonna be in Gainesville, fam. And then you got Baylor. They number 10. They play Albany. They're at home. Then Illinois State will play Wisconsin. All these games is on the third, by the way. Then you got UK, Kentucky play Miami, Ohio. Alabama play against University of SU. Who is that? Let me see. I want to get the right. Oh, Utah. They play Utah State. Okay, and then you have. Hold up. Yeah, because And then you got the game of the day is going to be Notre Dame versus Ohio State.
Oh, that would be crazy.
That's going to be at Ohio State. That's going to be on ABC. Then you got Clemson at Georgia Tech on the 5th. Yep. So that's like when all the big time teams start playing and stuff like that. So yeah, I can't wait for college football, man. I can't wait for that shit because we know the SEC is going to be a gauntlet. So it'll be interesting with the in the Big Ten. You know, the Big Ten is already a juggernaut. You know, you always got Ohio State. You know, even though Michigan, they did win this past season the championship and stuff like that. You know, them two was always going to be in the mix, and now you're going to put USC and you put UCLA in there. It's going to be interesting when that does happen. Then you already got Purdue. You got Illinois. You got Michigan State. Then you got Indiana. Then you got Northwestern. And then who else? Oh, you got Penn State. Cause they ain't a Big Ten. All the teams I just mentioned was original teams too. Of the Big Ten, the last few that I mentioned. And let me see what they talking about in the NCAA basketball. They still talking about the same thing. And then I know Carolina got their whole team back. And I seen it. Just because you had your whole team back don't mean you're going to win the title. But they got that experience, the expectations, they've been there before. That can help you get there.
Right.
But sometimes sometimes.
College football, I'm hearing that USC been stacking up. I can't wait to see that, about USC. USC because USC they've been bad for for the last couple seasons now. Seeing them improve and that would be good.
Former men's basketball player Keontae Johnson transferred to Kansas State. And he get a chance to play against them, his former team in the SEC Big 12 Challenge. Last year, I think the SEC crushed the Big 12 beat the Big 12 last year.
Oh yeah.
I know when that's because my Jayhawks got their ass beat on national television. Kentucky blew them out the gym. And you know them niggas got blowed out in Lawrence because niggas would start walking out. Niggas never leave a Lawrence game like that unless them niggas got their ass whooped. And that's what the fuck they did. But that was a wake-up call for them. Okay. They ain't updated the rankings. They still got it as last year, which is Kansas 1, Kentucky 2, Duke 3, 4 Villanova, 5 was Gonzaga, 6 Arizona, 7 Houston. Yeah, there's just some stuff from last year. when they get closer to the season. I think North Carolina gonna be ranked number one though, because they got basically everybody coming back. They lost players because of graduation, but they lost Brady Manick, who went to Oklahoma too.
Right.
Watch out for Arkansas this year too.
Basketball.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
they got a team. And you know the coach for Arkansas used to coach for the Sacramento Kings. Used to be assistant coach for the Sacramento Kings.
Mm-hmm.
Musselman. He got a nice squad. Got a nice squad. He lost that boy though. That Williams. He got drafted by the OKC.
Yeah, OKC Stanford.
It's all about growth and development now. Yeah, it's all about developing and growth now.
Definitely developing young players. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I was just gonna mention this because me and Trayvon, we talked about this past. He said he thought the best dunker he seen was Vince Carter. Me, in-game dunker. To me, in my opinion, is Dominique Wilkins, and then Vince Carter just it's like it's the second coming of. But a lot of people just, if you just ain't never seen Dominique play, his nickname was the human highlight film for a reason.
For me, I'm going to me was Vince and Tracy McGrady.
Oh man, I was playing the OG last night, man, and I had the old school when he was with the Magic, because he always picked the all time Lakers, because he always play with the Lakers all the time. I was like, I have to, because we always do all time matchups. I do it according to teams and fits and matchups and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So he beat me to the punch. So I had to get T-Mac. I had T-Mac, and you had Tracy McGrady, you had Dennis Scott, you have Penny Hardaway, Rashard Lewis, Turkaloo. And we was battling, man. And we played straight 12-minute quarters too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we play straight 12-minute quarters and stuff. So I'm about to play him in a few. I'm about to play him right now while I'm on the stream and shit, man. But like, share, subscribe, man. We just sitting chilling, man. And all the disrespect this man gets, I don't understand it. The disrespect this man gets, I do not get it. Because a lot of people don't understand. Draymond Green can't even lift it. They can't even take this man's gym bag to the court.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the player that he dunked on. That's Dino Raja.
Oh man, get quick. I'm going next to Nick the Quick.
That was when they used to be on their battles, man. That's when Portland and the Lakers was really battling.
Oh yeah, this is when we got to respect right here.
Shout out to my boy Travis Best, man. I forgot about Travis Best, man. Travis Best was nice too.
Yeah.
Another New York point guard legend that nobody don't talk about. Shout out to Travis Best, man. And he was in that movie He Got Game.
I was about to say that. I said, people don't know. Y'all in the comments, if y'all don't know what Travis Best is.
Yeah, Travis Best. That nigga was nice, man.
He was the one. He was the one that says we're the real two. The one that says we're the real two splitters. Ain't nobody fucking with us. That's Travis Best.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he came from Georgia Tech. He played at Georgia Tech. You know. Oh yeah, I mean, this play on with Spurs.
Look how old Terry Porter look, bro. You could tell when the players like, especially Terry Porter was nice too, though.
This is Alf is got. I mean, we don't know about Travis Best. He scored 81.
Look at Mike Geiger. He looking like, ooh, I'm sorry, Dikembe. I let you down, man. I let you down, man.
Yeah. It's 2001, man. Yeah, this is the rookie. Oh yeah, I was upset that, man. But I wasn't really upset when they gave the A out. This is
the rookie and sophomores game.
Yeah, 31.
That was when the rookies and sophomore game was the shit. Everything back then was the shit. Everything was. My boy Sharif, I do, and that boy Bill that boy Big Country Reeves. If he was playing in this era, he'd be giving y'all niggas straight buckets, and y'all couldn't fuck with him. Hey, and Sharif, man, shout out to homie Sharif, ATL finest, man. He went to, and you know he's over the basketball developments of the G League.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sharif, shout out to Sharif, man.
Oh,
Kobe dunked on everybody, man.
God.
Kobe dunked on everybody. That's one thing I could say. Like this dude, like Vince Carter, he dunked on everybody. This nigga dunked on everybody too.
Oh my gosh, embarrassing. This one was rookie when Kobe dunked on me. Yeah, I remember that. Kobe had the ball. And split the double.
Even that, you see that white boy that's right there behind him?
Yeah, that's
Pat Garrett. Garrett.
Yeah,
If Pat Garrett was playing in this era right now, come on, man.
Split between, I remember that damn movie. He split between splits. Boom.
I give you a great example. Let Sweet Lou play in this era.
Ooh.
When I say Sweet Lou, I'm talking about Rashard Lewis.
Yeah.
Let him play in this era. Skill set that he had. Come on, man. It's just like I tell people, man. Basketball's levels to this, man. I know everybody
I remember after that dunk, I remember Steve Francis pushed him.
Mm-hmm.
He got.
My brother played against Steve Francis in college. Their team Maryland put my brother's team out the tournament.
Yeah. Oh, they did at that tournament. So I forgot who they Maryland lost. I remember it was him and Juan Dixon.
Mm-hmm. They put my brother in them out, man. I'm looking for these right now. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for these. I know that she renewed the contract and everything like that, so I gotta get into my bag right quick and really find it online because I'm really trying to find this shoe. I got a lot of these jerseys. The one I got on right now will look so nice with them shoes. I got a lot of the black ones that he has. A lot of black and gold, all black Laker jerseys.
The New York with the Knicks game, this one he had like what, 52? Yeah, 52 with Jared Jeffers, Wilson Chandler. He lit up at that game. Yeah, I think this is only at 52.
Fuss with Showtime. Shout out to my boy Showtime, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homies, man. Shout out there to the dudes I didn't mention earlier. Shout out to Marco Hitton, and shout out to Donna Woods Jr. and who else, man? Shout out to the young homie Relentless, man. Shout out to my boy, what's his name, man? I can't even think.
Yeah.
You know when he got y'all.
Oh.
He had to hit Yao Ming with the one time.
Yeah. I mean, he did so many moves there, man. I remember with the playoffs, I think he threw off the backboard and laid it up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But on some realness,
Right.
if y'all would have came in at a youngin, he would have been a problem. He would have been a motherfucking problem. He was just too damn tall, man. It's crazy how them players like him is so fucking tall, and y'all had a bag, and he made free throws, and he was a good free throw shooter and shit like that.
Yeah, he would give Giannis, Jokic, and B. He made them run for their money.
And this how Kobe felt. Kobe was like, "Nigga, they won't let me play with you, so I have to dunk on you." This is one of my favorite ones that he did.
Oh yeah, I remember Robert Horry threw the ball and
he dunked on the homie Courtney Alexander.
Just on the back first.
Off of a free throw by you.
Yeah, that was nasty. That was nasty.
Crossed him up. Sorry, Ben.
Oh God. I remember
That was in preseason too.
Yeah, I remember Nick talked about it. Nick said that Kobe planned that. Man. All the playoff against the Hornets. Man.
I guess that ankle is fine.
Yeah.
As Reggie Miller said.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He dunked on him twice, though. I remember he dunked on him twice. Yeah, he dunked on him twice. Yeah.
Shout out to Emeka Okafor, man.
Oh, definitely.
Hey, you made it to the league, man. You ain't no scrub to me. That's how I see it, man.
Yeah, he was a beast.
You just, yeah, he was.
Him, Ben Gordon, Charlie was
You already know about Dirk, man.
Dirk
Jim Jackson was like, "I'm sorry, Dirk, man, but oh man."
Yeah, Dirk had to get it.
We're in the same class, but I had to give you that work.
Yeah.
I remember he did this shit.
Thunder, One fake. Yep, what's that? One fake.
You know what I think? You know what I think is the best version of Russell Westbrook on 2K? The 2012 one.
Yeah, 2K12, yeah.
Because he actually has a free throw, he has a jumper, his mid-range game is everything, and then he make his free throws. He's just so goddamn fast.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he dunked on Bobby Sewell, man. He dunked on my boy from Florida State, man.
Gosh.
Yeah, Brian Shaw, as Trayvon said earlier, him and Derek Fisher used to throw the nice alley oops, man.
Oh, I remember this one.
That was when the last of the Mohican dunks that Kobe did on it.
I did not think he was gonna make it outside. I was like, oh no.
Whatever happened to Chris Humphrey after that?
Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, good answer. That was just what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That's the other one you got, y'all.
Yeah, also Gerald Wallace. Gerald Wallace was a good player.
Yeah,
very good player.
I remember this game.
Yeah, he had the game winner on the Golden State. Yeah, that was the night. He hit that game winner.
I know, 'cause I was there. I remember that game.
You was there.
Yeah, that game I was definitely there for that one. That game was dude. I told you, majority of the games I've ever been in my life has always been the Lakers games. It's always been. I never seen an NBA game or even a preseason game that the Lakers was not involved in. The only time I didn't was when the Golden State Warriors was playing the Seattle Supersonics, and that night I went to that game because the Lakers was off that night. And we decided to go. I went with the Jocko homies. We went to the game because we had free tickets to get in the game. I think that was one of the last games. I gotta look at my shoebox because I got all the tickets of all the Laker games that I went to. I gotta see the last one that I honestly went to. The last one I went to was a Kobe game. I think it was this one. I think I probably went a couple more times though, but I know this one of like the last times I seen him like in 24. Because all the times I did saw him, he was in number 8 when I was younger. Kobe. Actually, we're the same age when he was in the 2000s. I saw him in my upper 20s. Because I could have went to that game when they went to the Blazers. I gave my tickets away. I didn't want to see that shit. I didn't want to see the Lakers play like, and I ended up missing out a good game because they ended up beating them niggas. I had fun though. Shout out to my homies, man, and shout out to my boy out there in Albany, Oregon, man. Pretty Tony. It ain't the pretty tone that y'all thinking about. He from the Bay. He got bars too. Shout out to my homie, man. He be on that Call of Duty and all that shit. I don't play that shit. I can't get into that shit. Alright, y'all, man. I'm about to get up out of here, man. I've been here for almost 3 hours with y'all niggas, man.
Alright, man.
Hey, man. Hey, SY, salute. Hey, wait till the season start, man. We're gonna get the Jersey game going, man.
Yeah.
And everything. Yeah, cause normally like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays, if it's an NBA game, I could definitely do it because, you know, I'll be off way before then, before the game even come on, because, you know, I still live in the West Coast. So then I'm gonna be doing some college games this year too, but I'm really gonna take advantage of the league pass and promote these young bloods because they're the future right now. All right, man. Like, share, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.